Hello students, in this session we will discuss the voltage collapse. That means what is voltage collapse and how the voltage collapse is take place in mature power system. Clear? So I hope before starting this, I hope that you have clear about all these characteristics which we have studied for the voltage stability analysis. That means the characteristic of compensating devices, load characteristic, and the generator characteristic and transmission system characteristic for analyzing the voltage stability of the system. Clear? So next in this session we'll study the voltage collapse. So let us start with the very basic fundamental definition of voltage collapse. So the voltage collapse is the process by which the sequence, yes, underline this word, the sequence of event accompanying voltage instability leads to low unacceptable voltage profile in a significant part of the system. That means the process by which voltage collapse is the process by which the sequence of event, that means the series of event will take place and which leads to the voltage instability and which again leads to the system to unstable voltage profile in a significant or a major part of in power system, which is known as voltage collapse. Clear? So yes, this is very general definition that there may be a certain sequence. Yes, again the repetition of this definition. Yes, a certain sequence of events may take place which will lead to unacceptable voltages in a significant part of the system. Then we can say that the voltage collapse taken place. Clear? Just because of this sequence of events, we will, of course we will understand with the example also, but yes, just keep in mind over here, due to the sequence of events will take place, sequence of events of failure, that means outage of line, generator outage, or any contingency which leads to the system to the low voltage profile or unacceptable voltage profile in a significant part of the system, then we can say that the system is into the voltage collapse, or the voltage collapse has been take place into the system that will leads to the blackout to the system. Clear? Voltage collapse will leads to the system to the blackout of the system. Clear? So yes, let us understand how the voltage collapse take place in any particular system. So suppose a system is initially operating with heavy loading condition. In the sense, actually the transmission lines are heavily loaded. Heavy loading condition, that means the transmission lines are heavily loaded. That means they are the line which is transfer a power to that maximum power transfer limit. Clear? So we have limited reactive power sources in the system. Yes, suppose the generators are fully loaded or generators are quite away from the source, that means long distance power transmission line. So yes, so in such case, if the heavily loaded system is now subjected to some sort of contingency, that means the line outage or the generator outage will take place or any fault occur, then after a transmission line or generator outage will take place. So let us consider one example for the understand the voltage collapse scenario. Continue to this example. One heavily loaded transmission line is tripped. Here we have already considered the heavily loaded condition where the transmission line is heavily loaded and the generators are also fully loaded. Clear? And also we have considered that the generators are quite away from the source. Clear? So yes, we have considered the heavily loaded transmission line which is tripped, and the movement of this happens, the other lines will be further loaded. That means that the line which is tripped and the power transfer by that transmission line is distributed to the other transmission line, and then that's why the other lines will be further loaded, and the reactive power consumed by this transmission line will increase, and this will cause the reduction in voltage. Of course, we know, just recall the transmission system characteristic. If the fault is occur, or we can say if the load is increase, then the reactive power demand of the system is increased, and the voltage at that particular bus or the particular generator is decreased. Clear? So the same things will happen over here. If the transmission heavily loaded transmission line is stripped from the system, then the load which is transferred by that transmission line is transferred to the other transmission line which are already loaded. Clear? So these transmission line are further loaded, and hence the reactive power consumed by this line will increase. That will cause the reduction in voltage. Clear? That will cause the reduction in voltage as the reactive power is increased. Clear? So yes, now immediately after this will happen, the underload tap changers ULTC or OLTC will come into the operation to retain this voltage at acceptable limit. But another thing which happens is that suppose the ULTC reach their limits and they are not in a position to regulate the voltage further. Clear? So yes, we have considered one transmission line is stripped, the load is distributed to other lines, the other lines are further loaded, and the reactive power consumed by that line is increased, and that's why the voltage is decreased, and OLTC or ULTC comes into the picture, will regulate or maintain the voltage at that particular lines. But now we are in a position that the OLTC are not in a position to regulate this voltage. That means it is reach their limits. Clear? So there is a possibility that the generator may also, yes, again let us consider from the generator side. Here we have considered from the transmission side where the OLTC reach to the limit which is not in a position to control the voltage at the particular bus. Now let us consider the case of generator. There is a possibility that generator may also reach the field current limits. Yes, just recall the generator characteristic. If the generator is reached the field current limit, then it will be act as a constant voltage source. Clear? That means it is not in a position to control the generator terminal voltage through automatic voltage regulator. Clear? So yes, generator may also reach the field current limit, so they are not in a position to further supply the reactive power, so the generator terminal voltage are no longer maintained. Clear? So here we have considered one case when the transmission line is stripped, the load of that transmission line is distributed to the other transmission line, hence the other transmission line have demand more reactive power, and that's why the voltage magnitude at that transmission line or buses is decreased or reduced. OLTC comes into the picture to maintain this voltage, but we have considered that the OLTC is reached up to their maximum limit and not in a position to control the voltage. Again, let us consider the generator side where the generator may also reach the field current limits. That means the generator is act as a constant voltage source. That is, generator terminal voltage are no longer maintained as the generator is not in a position to supply further reactive power to the system with the regulating the field current limit. Okay, so then the effectiveness, again let us consider from this compensating device side. Then the effectiveness of the shunt capacitors have reduced because of the voltage is low. Yes, we know very well. Just recall the characteristic of shunt uh, characteristic of compensating devices. Clear? When the voltage is low, then the shunt capacitors or the effectiveness of the shunt capacitor to compensate the reactive power from the system is reduced because of the voltage is low. So the low shunt capacitor supply the less reactive power. Clear? So all these phenomena put together make us the system lose the voltage stability. Clear? All this sequence means starting from this transmission line outage and then OLTC is not in a position, OLTC, then OLTC, AVR and compensating devices, and yes, shunt capacitors. These all are reached at their maximum limit to regulate the voltage into the system. And all these phenomena put together make us the system lose the voltage stability because this all the regulating devices are not in a position to regulate the voltage at the generator side or at the transmission side. So overall system voltage profile is continuously decreasing. So yes, sometimes when the voltage drops, then the sum of these loads are start consuming the less power because of the power consumed by the loads depends upon the voltages. As the voltage is reduced, that loads are consumed the less power. So there is a possibility that the system will stabilize just because of this low voltage to a yes to a low voltage, but at the acceptable level. Not we can say that every time it will happen, but at some acceptable level we can say that the system will consume low power just because of the low voltage or low voltage. Clear? But the sequence of these events will take place in a very complex manner. As we know very well, our power system is interconnected. Everyone or each and every generator transmission line are dependent on each other and synchronously connected together. So the complexity is very much so very complex manner that the whole process, if the reactive power sources are weak, then the voltage may come down, continuously come down to very low level, and we say it a voltage collapse phenomena. Clear? Where all these voltage regulating devices are reach their maximum limit to regulate the voltages at the generator side or transmission side. And if that will happen, the voltage instability or voltage stability is loose, then we can say that if still it is continuously or sequence of this outage of transmission line or generator is continuously, and due to that the voltage profile is low and continuously it will decrease, then we can say that voltage collapse is happen or take place into the system. Clear? I hope you have understood or clear the voltage collapse scenario into the power system. Clear? So next is the prevention of voltage collapse that I will give you to the self study as the totally theoretical part. And yes, if you have clearly understood the characteristic of four voltage all four characteristic of voltage stability analysis and this voltage collapse or the voltage stability clearly understood, then can easily understood the voltage prevention of voltage collapse, which is starting from the system design measure. So yes, application of reactive power compensating devices, then control of, yes, using a reactive power compensating devices you can control the voltage collapse. Clear? By compensating the reactive power from the system. Then control of voltage, network voltage and generator reactive power output using this OLTC and AVR. Yes. Then coordination of Yes, this is the important things. Coordination of protection and controls when the contingency will take place. Clear? So coordination between your protection scheme. Then the control of transformer tap changers. Yes, then the yes control of transformer tap changers and under voltage load shedding. The last one is load shedding, which is not advisable, but if you are not in a position to control the voltage of the system, and it will uh, leads to the voltage collapse or voltage instability, then the last option is load shedding, curtailment in load, to curtail the load. Clear? Then the system operation measures, stability margin. Yes, using these adaptive compensating devices, we are in a position to maintain some stability margin. Just recall the generator characteristic. Clear? Then the spinning reserve. Using this compensating device, we will in a position to spare some spinning reserve for reactive power. Clear? Then the operator's action. Yes, it is the main or must be able to recognize the voltage instability or stability, and then after the action of the operators, after knowing everything about the uh, from the all the characteristic, that means transmission characteristic, PV QV curve, now it is up to the operator's action that will handle the voltage instability or voltage collapse from the system. I hope you have clear up to this. So with this, I will conclude the chapter voltage stability, and hence the total power system stability will be concluded. In next session, we will see the economic dispatch, a new chapter. Okay. I hope you are clear up to this, and if you have any doubt, you can directly contact me. Enjoy the learning.